Hey guys, I've seen a lot of content recently about certain marks that could be met more easily in a shortened season, like we're going to get here in 2020 with just 60 games. I want to focus specifically on which hitters I think could be able to hit 400. Now, batting averages are down than they were, say, 100 years ago. There's several reasons for that. One, guys are trying to swing more for the fences, which will increase slugging percentage, but will also probably decrease batting averages because it leads to more flyouts. Guys are also more likely to take a walk instead of trying to get a hit on a ball that's near the edge of the zone. But regardless of why batting averages are down, what is undeniable is that hitting 400 over a 162 game stretch is much harder than over a 65 game stretch. So I've done some research and I've found 9 players who I think might be able to hit 400 in a shortened 2020 season. I could have got to 10, but I didn't really feel like wasting your guys' time, so 9. Okay, starting off, we got Mike Trout. Now, things going for Mike Trout, he's hit over 300 in 5 of the last 8 seasons. I know it's not 400, but it's still consistently high batting average. The problem is he hardly ever gets over 300. Take a look at this batting log. Now, if you take a look at that batting average column, that's the batting average that he had once the game was done being played for that day. You can see it basically always hovers right around 300. Sometimes going a bit over, sometimes going a bit lower. He hardly ever has a stretch where he hits 400 and then backs out down to like 230 or something like that. He's always pretty much consistently at 300. So while I don't think he will be able to do it, he's Mike Trout, and if anyone can do it, why not him, right? Okay, next up we got Nick Senzel of Cincinnati. Last year was the first time ever in his career he hit below 300. Now, he had injuries all year right from the beginning in spring training, and then his season ended with shoulder surgery. He actually went on Jim Day's podcast, and on the podcast, Nick said that he felt weird all season and didn't see the ball very well at all. They also tried to change his swing like halfway through the season, more of an upright stance, and it just did not jive with him. And before that, he was hitting around 285. The reason why Nick Senzel is on this list, I think he's going to have a big bounce back year this year. I think he's going to stay healthy. It's a lot easier to stay healthy over a shorter period of time, obviously. I think he has all the talent in the world. I believe in this guy so much. I'm a Reds fan, if you couldn't tell. And this list is going to show that. It's going to be really annoying to some of you. It's fine. But the number one thing that I like going for Nick Senzel is he's a singles hitter. He's not swinging for the fences. He's just trying to make good contact. And I think that approach and staying healthy could lead to him hitting 400 over a short period of time. And that's all he needs to do. Next up, we got Kettle Marte. Now, last year he hit 329. It was right up there near the top of the leaderboards, which was a big jump. So perhaps he can take another big jump this year. I mean, he's only got to do it for 65 games, let's say, right? Now, this is on a 342 BABIP, so it might not be sustainable, but we're not looking for sustainable. We're looking for sustainable enough. Now, he started off kind of cold and then gradually rose throughout the rest of the season. So there's no 150 game stretch where he just dominated, but from May 22nd through September 6th, most of the season, he hit 373 over that stretch. A few more hits here and there over a 65 game period, and he's hitting 400. All right, next we got Joey Votto. I know, he had a terrible year last year, and terrible for him is like league average, which is fine. It was the first year in a long time he didn't lead the league in on-base percentage, but he's hit over 308 times and over 320 5 times. Now, I think part of the problem last year was, of course, health. He's an older guy. He's, I believe, 36 this year. Now, I think the problem with 2019 for Joey, most of all, was in 2018 he lost his power stroke. He hit hardly any home runs, especially compared to the year before when he just barely missed out on the MVP race. So last year he had the highest strikeout percentage of his career at 20.2. This is up 4% from 2018 and 8.5% from 2017. He also had the lowest walk rate since 2008. He his rookie season. 2019 was at 12.5. His rookie season was at 10.6. He was down around 5% from 2018 and 6.5% from 2017. Now, if he takes more walks, that'll increase his plate appearances, but not his at-bats. Meaning the amount of hits he'll have to get in order to hit 400 will be lower. So that could play into his favor. So that high strikeout percentage shows that he was swinging for the fences much more than usual. If he shortens his swing, takes a good approach, just tries to get on base, get a hit, take a walk, then there's no reason he can't hit 400. If anyone could figure out, it's Joey Votto. Alright, next up we got Christian Yelich. 2018's MVP has won the batting title in the National League the last 2 years, with a 326 in 2018 and a 329 in 2019. This came on BABIPs of 373 and 355 respectively. His hard contact percent the last 2 years has been right around 50%. A guy with that kind of talent, if he keeps mashing the ball like that over 65 games, there's no reason why he can't hit 400. 2016's National League batting champion DJ LeMahieu, now of the Yankees, then of the Colorado Rockies. Yes, I know, Colorado, increased hitting environment, we all know that, but still, it hit 348 that year in 2016. The BABIP, 388. Again, we don't need to worry about BABIP too much. It's fine if it's absurdly high. That's what we want here. And last year, he just missed out on the batting title with his 327 on a 349 BABIP. Now, back in 2016, I found a stretch from August 3rd to September 30th in which he had a batting average of 403. That's over 48 games. And last year, from June 14th through August 18th, he hit 373. That was over 50 games. And that one came in New York, not in Colorado. If anyone has the means to hit 400, DJ LeMahieu might be that guy. Now I know he doesn't have Major League Baseball experience, but hear me out. Nick Madrigal in the minors hit 341 in AA, 331 in AAA, with 348 and a 336 BABIPs respectively. Here's the interesting part, because those are pretty high batting averages nowadays. But listen to this. His strikeout percentage in AA, 2.8, and in AAA, 3.7. He has a contact rate of 94.8% when he swings the bat. This guy puts the ball in play. If he just finds just enough holes in the defense over a 65 game period, then that's 400. Another thing I really like about him, he has almost no power. His ISO in AA was 110 and it was 093 in AAA. That's exactly what we want. We just want singles. Just get the single. Get on base with your single or take a walk to lower the at-bats so you need less hits to hit 400. Another guy has no major league experience and another red. What's this guy smoking? Yeah, I know. But this guy makes good contact. He has the Nippon Professional Baseball record for the most hits in a season back in 2015 with 216 hits. That year he had a 359 batting average and he still didn't win the batting title. That went to Yuki Nanagita, who had about 100 less at-bats than Shogo Akiyama did. See what I'm saying about taking more walk means that less hits are needed for a higher batting average? He's hit over 300 in the last 5 seasons except 296 in 2016. Now here's some like fantasy make-believe stuff. Just hear me out. The baseball projection system, PECOTA, had Shogo second in batting average at the 50th percentile. But when you go to the 99th percentile, which is the best case scenario for all players, he's first in batting average with 480, 70 over the next guy. For some reason, PECOTA really likes his chances to win the batting title. But perhaps it's just because we don't have enough information on him in a Major League Baseball setting. There's also another simulation going on called Stratomatic. I don't really know much about it, but through 75 games, Shogo Akiyama is hitting 374. I don't know what that means, but it might mean something. Clearly, a lot of these projection systems and simulations really like his chances to hit for a high batting average. So that's why I have him at number 2 to hit 400. And finally, number 1 on this list, the American League and Major League Baseball batting champion last year, Tim Anderson of the Chicago White Sox. He hit .335 last year with a .399 BABIP. Now, a big reason for the increase in his batting average from years prior is that he was using all fields. He used to be more of a pull hitter, pulling the ball 44% in 2018. That dropped down to 32%, with most of the difference going into center field. He also had a 3.8% increase to his line drives. He increased his swing percent to 58.5, up 4.5%, and he had the lowest swinging strike percentage of his career, meaning he's making more contact. So you can't shift on him. He's making more contact. He's doing line drives, not home run balls more, and he had a high BABIP. If you get the right mix of all those variables, he can hit 400 over a 65-game period easy. I did find one stretch from August 1st to September 28th where he hit .372 last year. A few more hits here and there, and that's 400. And all of that is why I'm picking him as my #1 guy to hit 400 over a short amount of games in the 2020 season.